Hello VC, Tony here. Welcome to my channel. You can see what I'm holding. Very excited. Just got here in the post. I am actually going to open it here for the first time. I slit the shrink so that I could just pull my shrink off and keep it. Because I want to keep this hype sticker intact, and I'll keep this entire shrink wrap intact. It's pretty loose. It's like a loose plastic. It's not like a cellophane like some of the older records where here's the spine. Really nice heavy set. We have LP1 Nebraska Outtakes, LP2 Electric Nebraska, LP3 plus Blu-ray Nebraska Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey, where Bruce filmed the entire redo of the album live. That's very exciting. And then album 4 is a 2025 remaster of the original sessions. And there's the hype sticker. I'll read the hype sticker. Nebraska 82 Expanded Edition, 4 LPs plus Blu-ray, features 15 unreleased songs, including tracks from the legendary Electric Nebraska Sessions with the E Street Band, solo Nebraska Outtakes, 2025 remaster of the original LP album, and new film of Springsteen performing all 10 songs, and a live audio of that performance. And that performance was at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey, legendary, iconic theater named after the great Count Basie, who was a native. He was born in Red Bank, New Jersey, so another famous New Jerseyan, like Sinatra, Bruce, Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep. It goes on and on and on. So here we have that Whitney Houston as well. So here we have that, and we're going to open it. We're just going to pull the shrink off because I like to keep the shrink. What I do is I'll just, as you can see, just slide that down. I really cringe when I see VCers that have channels actually just ripping it off, but that's their thing. I like to keep the shrink if I can. And if it's not a gatefold, I'll just slice it. But this is a box set, and it's very, very cool. Here is the shrink is intact, as you see. And toward the end of the video, I will actually do close-ups of the entire package, so you'll be able to see that a little more clearly, I hope. So there's that. That's pretty cool. And here it is. It's a booklet. It's a book type thing. Very hard, very, very heavy. This must weigh in at 3 or 4 pounds, I think. So, and here is my original. The color contrast on the cover, the jacket. There's the original label, Columbia. This is a promo, not a white label promo, but there's the promo stamp. And there you see the stark landscape of a New Jersey highway, I guess. Something in the distance. And here's the spine. So, and here's the cover. So it matches up really close. More than a lot of, the Blue Note that they have to actually scan records, older records to get that color. But here, I'm sure everything was, they had the original film and negative. All they had to do was, go through this and get this copied onto this. Here's the back, similar to the back of the original. So I'll open this up. It comes to it's a record-sized booklet type thing, and here's the records in envelopes. That's the first two. And at the end, I'll actually take the camera portable-wise, and I'll go over it. And I'll just show you one of the LPs. They slip out very easily. They have a separate envelope. And underneath, there's the LP, pristine, with the black jacket insert. And when you remove the album, it actually has a inside of the landscape. You can see the background is even colored, so it's not just white or not just cardboard, which is really good. Now I'm really excited about this. This has been ordered at first day. Bruce thought that he never recorded the Nebraska album with the band in electric mode, but I know there were songs out there. And him going through his archives, he discovered it, and he says it's not bad. Bruce said it's not bad. And when Bruce says it's not bad, he starts laughing. So here is the other. You can see there, it says Nebraska 82. and we turn the page, and we come to the booklet portion of it. And what I'll do is I'll hold off, but I will show you each page when I could flip the camera around, and I will show you that. But so far, just a really good product for the money. He says here in quotes, I was pretty much singing to myself. And you can see that. So far, I'm pretty impressed with this entire package. You know, Bruce does it right. There's handwritten lyrics. There's photos of him at that era, at that time, in 81, 82. And there's a complete lyrics, there's a complete listing of everything, a lot of sessions. Bruce actually used the same guitar that he recorded the original Nebraska sessions in his bedroom in a rented house that he rented after the, after the River Tour. He was didn't want to go through that superstar thing. He actually stripped everything down, wrote these stark songs that came to him, and that guitar is the guitar he used at the Count Basie Theater. Now you have a lot of pages here. Here is the final page of the book, and there you see a pouch, and that is the Blu-ray, which you flip out, which is a nice touch. So for all that, you get the entire session that Bruce did on his own solo, but there were a few people accompanying him for some background ambience, he said, and really an elaborate production, because I saw the video of Bruce's unboxing at the Count Basie. And like I said, Count Basie's a great theater. It's like an old-fashioned movie house, basically, or vaudeville house in Red Bank, New Jersey, which underwent a great renaissance in the last 20 years, as did Asbury Park and Neptune and Long Branch, all those shore towns that were kind of neglected. And here's the final part of that. You can see there. And it actually matched up. We actually matched up the original Columbia label that was done for the original. So I'll show you that. There's the original, so that's duplicated really nicely. So overall, I'm really excited about this, and I hope you get to watch my video of it after I listen to it and what my impressions are, etc. So, and let me know if you're getting this too in the comments. But I really appreciate it. While I stop to record this overview, I'll give you the overview of the entire package, which is going to look better, I think, than trying to hold it up to the camera, because my producer is not here, and I'm basically solo today. I am basically solo. So, but I want to thank everyone, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel, and that is Tony's LPs Are Us. Just hold on a second. Just going to flip this over, and I'll show you the complete booklet, the complete 4 albums, how they're packaged, and all that. And then we'll go clean it and we'll listen to it. So keep rocking. Hold on one second. Okay, here is the overview, and it's the size of a record, as you can imagine, slightly bigger. We're going to open it up, and you can see how nice it is packaged. Nebraska outtakes. There, that side 1. Nebraska outtakes, and Electric Nebraska side 2. I took that out, so I'm not going to pull these records out of the sleeves. Maybe I'll pull out one. But like I said, when you pull this out, the background is that stark cover that you see on the cover of the album. Here you have a blank page, and there you have Electric or Nebraska 82. You turn the page. That's a familiar shot. That's the bedroom where he actually filmed it. And there's the original Nebraska album sleeve. So I did mention the album sleeve. So I do have that on another copy. And here you have the narrative, the 4 decades on, Springsteen's Nebraska stands stronger than ever as a songwriting masterclass. So we're turning the page. Don't know if you're going to get this, but if you don't get it, this may whet your appetite. That guitar is actually the guitar that he uses at the Count Basie Theater during his remastered, when he does the session, the album live rather, by himself, solo, and that's the bedroom of the rented house. And here you have, I was pretty much singing to myself. Here's some more recording notes from April 27th, 82. There's the tape boxes, I guess, from the power station, where I guess it was later remastered onto to cut for record, or this was the, like, I haven't looked at this before, so I'm guessing, or this was the recording session of that electric, because these songs I have on 45, but this is not on Nebraska. Bye Bye Johnny and Downbound Train, those are new tracks. Here are some lyrics. This is the song summary sent to John Lowndow with the Nebraska tape from the winter of 82. There's some notes, some more narrative on it. Something about that batch of songs in Nebraska that hold some sort of magic. And there's Bruce. I actually met Bruce. I talked about this before at the Fast Lane. Was able to shake his hand. Unfortunately, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have cameras with us. Bruce used to come out to clubs. This had to be around Born in the USA record, and he gave me a really nice autograph for my friend Rick, which I gave to Rick. Nebraska outtakes. This is going to be good. And here you have lyrics to Born in the USA. And Born in the USA was not on Nebraska. That was later on in on that album of that name. Here's Bruce overlooking the stairwell. There's Bruce on the porch of the rented house where the recordings were done. So here you even have Pink Cadillac, The Big Payback, Gun in Every Home, and with the full lyric sheet. Here's Electric Nebraska. You have, those are the outtakes. You have Nebraska, Atlantic City, Mansion on the Hill, Johnny 99, Downbound Train, Open All Night, Born in the USA, and Reason to Believe, all done with the full band. So that's something we're really, really looking forward to. Again, I want to thank everyone for bearing with me and watching this, opening up this unboxing. There he is. Bruce is sitting. A couple of outtakes there. Of course, Bruce has boots on. Wow, 40 years ago, I guess. And this is at the Count Basie. That's the same guitar. Bruce is looking good and kind of updated his boots, updated his earrings. Here you have LP3 Blu-ray discs, Nebraska, Count Basie Theater, Red Bank, New Jersey, and those are the tracks from the album that he does, and those are the accompaniments. He has a guitar and maybe someone on either some type of percussion, but I have to read about this. Like I said, I'm opening this up with you guys. That's a great shot of the Count Basie Theater. There's the great chandelier, and I was sitting right up above Bruce's, right on Bruce's shoulder there when I saw Miami Steve there doing his Disciples of Soul, and who else but shows up but Bruce, and they continue to do like another 45 minutes of great rock and roll. There's Bruce again sitting by himself. Here's the 2025 remaster of the album with the with some narrative and more essays and some and these are lyrics. These are actually lyrics. And there's some shots of Bruce. So right now, I don't see anything wrong with this box set. I really recommend you go out and pick it up. It's a great price. Quality-wise, I'm sure it's going to be incredible. There's the, I guess that's either the remix or that looks like the bedroom, but with different chairs and things, or maybe that's the bedroom at the time where he recorded these songs. I'm not sure. He recorded everything on like a home-owned cassette recorder. It was a $1,000 recorder, 4-track recorder. There's the Blu-ray of the performance, and there's the entire album being performed. Count Basie Theater that he recorded. And actually on Tuesday of next week, we're trying to get out and see the film. I'm not sure if we're going to do that, but either I'll see the film over the weekend or early next week. Here is the last page. Very heavy because you have I believe it's a 180 gram record, and there you could see that the Count Basie Theater Red Bank. This is going to be great. This is live, man. This is going to be cool. Yeah, here's the 2025 remaster. And let me see if I could pull this out easily and you could see there, wow. So each one may have a different photograph underneath it. Very cool. I'm not going to do it all. I'll leave that for a surprise for you people who are doing your own unboxings, or spoiler alert if you don't want to watch this video. I guess that's kind of too late for a spoiler alert. But there you have it. There's the back. I'll show you the really nice spine. It's going to look good on the shelf. So there it is. Columbia Stereo. And here's the number, catalog number. So Bruce, I think, knocked this one out of the park, or out of the stadium. And we shall see. But thanks a lot for joining me with this. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy this video. And if you do enjoy my content, please consider subbing to the channel. It's Tony's LPs Are Us. Just like Toys R Us, which is where I actually stole the idea from. So keep rocking. And at the end screen, I'll put on some of my other Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska videos if you want to click onto that. But this looks like a solid entry, and I'm glad I picked this up. And I hope you enjoy this. And in a couple days, or maybe tomorrow, I will do my little review of the album, my impressions of the album. There's a lot to go through. So keep rocking. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. Ciao.